Hello, everybody. Kind of down in the dumps, but I started reflecting about YouTube uh, recently. And when I say recently, the last recent few hours. And I really love YouTube. I know what it can do for an individual, I know what it can do financially for an individual. And today is November 1st. I do believe on November 4th, I will be at 6 months on YouTube. And so I was going to tell you, I almost made the statement, I'm going to tell you a little story, but my stories never seem to be little or short. But I've watched a lot of YouTube over the years, so I know what can be done. It's learning how to execute those methods and techniques. So it's not as easy as everybody thinks, at least not for me. Especially in my current state right now where I don't even have a home base where I can plug in a laptop. So that makes it difficult. But what I'm going to say is I watched a lot more in past months than I have lately because so much stuff's going on in my world. But watched a lot of like homesteading, tiny house videos, uh, off the grid, those type things, farm life, gardening. I watch a wide variety of stuff, but that was something I was really heavy into for a while. And Jason Crocker from the Crockers, I remember he did a video talking about how to get started in YouTube. So I try to follow his advice because he's so successful at it. And that, like I said, that was, probably from the time I watched that. I don't remember when I watched it exactly, but um, I want to say it was 6.5 months ago, whatever it was. And I still had fears of getting started because I didn't want to look like an idiot, but I seem to do that just fine every day. And I gain subscribers and occasionally. But one thing he said that made me get started. So basically, I guess you could say it's a thank you in a way to Jason Crocker to get me started, even though I'm not a great YouTube channel by any means. But basically, he said it just pretty much, I forget how he phrased it. Basically, just get over the fear and just kind of like the Nike saying, just do it, get started. He said you're gonna hate your first videos, and I do. And I kid you not, I barely knew how to work a video on my phone because I never really needed to. But but the one thing I did learn about the process that he said you're going to learn is you'll see yourself doing things in your videos that uh, you're going to learn from. How you talk, what you say. Did you deliver a message? Were you scatterbrained all over the place? And so it was very helpful in that regard. My first videos were god awful, and I thought about today pulling them down because they're so god awful. But it's like I'm kind of weighing it. Like, is it helping me? No. Uh, is it a great reminder where I've come, even though I'm not at a plateau I feel comfortable with that? I feel like it's valuable to keep that because I don't want to lose that because I want to be able to look back and, hopefully one day if I can get over this hurdle I'm in right now, look back at that and think like, wow, man, look at these videos. I'm not saying now, but maybe like 6 months down the road from my 6 month mark, hopefully things will be getting better. And, I can say, wow, I've learned how to do this. I've learned how to. I watched a video today from a guy named Jevin, I think his name is Jevin Downey. And I honestly had never heard of the guy until today, but he was talking about, he interviewed a bunch of, or talked, he had, the video was about two things he talked to all these great YouTubers, and they each gave a suggestion on two things, like basically not to do, or wish they had done better. So I watched that a little bit today, and it kind of got me thinking about uh, some things. And uh, I once again, this is all off the cuff, and I'm like having a really bad day, so I'm trying to do a video to feel like I'm doing something productive. Um, so, like the one thing I think that helped me the most, and it was one of the things they had mentioned, and I still have a long ways to go to get better at that. But I noticed my viewership rate, uh, longevity and stuff like that. Still not, the stats are not tremendous by any means right now, but once I learned how to do thumbnails and how to pick a thumbnail out of a section of a video or whatever, that really helped me a lot. And I felt like, boy, once I learned how to do that I felt like I accomplished something. So compared to where I started and where I am now, I mean, uh, another thing Jason Crocker said was just do one video a day, one video a day. So I started doing that to kind of force myself. And for the longest time, I do a little bit better now, but I've come to realize the ways I talk on video is probably how I talk in real life. And sometimes it disturbs me that I kind of I grasp for words. Maybe I fell and hit my head too many times, too many concussions in football, what have you, or falling off the bicycle. I remember I did that quite a few times, hit my head quite a few times. So I'm not even trying to be funny. I wonder sometimes. But so Jason Crocker said to to do at least one video a day. So I started doing that, and then realizing where I live in Southwest Florida, I kind of prepared myself in a way. Then I started doing 2 videos a day because I knew we're apt to possibly get a hurricane or multiple hurricanes. And so then I started doing 3 a day, and then I started learning shorts a little bit. I still need to do a little bit better in that department, but that's really helped me a lot, gain subscribers, and I don't keep as many as I gain, but it has helped me grow a little bit. So the right now, like the next few months are going to be, it's going to be pretty ugly for me right now, and I want to be able to do different things, but right now finances are going to be so tight. There's little things that people aren't going to understand that I have to live with right now for a while. Just fuel to run the van. It costs money to travel places to do certain videos. I can't even do any like beach videos in our county because our county has been like destroyed. You can't even get near up to where the sand was. It's right now the sand is filled with nails, rocks, fragments of everything. It could be vehicle, automotive parts, boat parts, shingles. It's just really bad. Like I don't know, what people are seeing in different parts of the country, and I know a lot of that has been protected from the media. They show some, but there's a group of local folks doing a series, docu-series called #The Rebuild, and it's all about rebuilding Southwest Florida. What I've seen is really good, really good. There was one video I kind of almost wanted to share, and you can hear one word one person said in the background that was not acceptable for me to. I didn't want to get a strike, but it was a really good video. But so just I'm pretty sure it's under the rebuild. I know there's going to be, I don't know how many videos are under there right now, but let me try and get back on track talking about YouTube. So I'm kind of open for suggestions, but just keep in mind some of the things I want to do would require money, so that right now is, I'm gonna. Didn't want to mention this in this video, but I kind of have to mention it so people really understand my state of mind, where I am. My biggest goal is, because I'm homeless right now due to complications from the hurricane, is not to have my credit be affected. And I don't care if it drops a point or two, but I don't want anything to be delinquent or reported as a negative factor on my credit report. So honestly, when I tell you, I'm not looking for sympathy, but I'm telling you, housing is not even on the horizon, like for at least 3 months. It could be way longer than that, because this is when all the snowbirds come down. So many homes were destroyed from this hurricane that you can't. It's hard to even get like a room for rent. So it's feel like a hamster on a wheel or a mouse on a wheel. I just feel like I'm beating feet but getting nowhere fast. But as far as YouTube, here's the other thing. I guess a lot of people have different. Like when I see certain visuals on a YouTube video somebody's done, or you put writing on the thumbnail. Some people do it on an angle. They do all these different things, and it's people say, "Oh, you can find that on a video." Well, if you don't know the terminology or the phrase of what you're trying to execute, it makes it really difficult. I don't want to watch 2 hours of a video when, if I knew the terminology, or I could pinpoint that specific question, not get a video with 10 different things discussed. That's why I really wish I had someone locally next to me that I could, I'm not in a position right now I can do this, but prior I could have paid someone like 1 hour a week or 2 hours a week to be tutored. I'm a visual learner, so if someone says, no, this is what this is called, this is how we're going to execute this, then I remember things so much easier and better when I execute like that or operate like that. So like I said, when I first started, man, I barely knew how to work a camera or a video, and it reflects in those videos. It really does. And editing, everybody talks about editing like so damn easy, but to me, it's not that easy. People say, oh, download this program and all this, but there's once again, it comes down to terms. Like, how do I splice 2 videos together? People have told me, download this, and then you see the format or the template or whatever, but it's hard to that's where a tutor would be very helpful to say, all right, this is what this term's called. We're going to splice these 2 videos that you're going to cut and paste or drag this or whatever the process is, which I still don't know. Like on some of my YouTube videos through YouTube from the phone, and when I had the laptop, I could figure out how to clip a little bit of the beginning and a little bit at the end, and then even one time I was able to clip something in the middle, but it took forever for that to be executed. And so I don't even remember how to do that right now, to be honest with you. But right now, I'm just killing some time right now before I go to a restaurant and going to try and plug in and utilize some free Wi-Fi and sit in the air conditioning, because it's 92 today. I worked all night and I can't sleep because I'm sweating my butt off because the AC doesn't work in my van. So these are some of the problems I'm incurring right now. I do want to get better at YouTube. Unfortunately, and I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. But some of the early videos, I thought about remaking those, but once again, it's going to come down to finances. Maybe like a then and now type video, on the same topic. So those are some ramblings from Gino Money today. Just trying to stay positive. It's just it's difficult, It just there's you can't imagine what's going on in my life right now. I mean, people think they know a little bit, but there's a lot more going on that people know, and I guarantee the problems I'm going through would have taken out most people by now. And I thought I heard someone screaming over there. I saw I froze there. It sounded like a lady screaming over there, and then it almost sounded like a gunshot or something. I don't know. I think they're doing some construction over there. I'm at the Estero Recreation Center, Community Park, what have you, and over at this building over there, it's called the Estero Historical Society or something. It looked like they were doing some work over there, so maybe it's something related to that noise. But there's a whole ton of things. I want to get back to doing some of my fish identification, or not, my fish talk videos. I can't even find the book because I have stuff all over the place from when I had to move quickly, and I don't even know where that book is right now. So, like, so many little things are kind of setting me back right now. Storage unit problems are, it's jam packed over there. I've got a couple little things I could do here soon. I just need to be in the right spirit, right frame of mind, at the right place. But anyway, so yeah, I'm almost coming up on 6 months in a few days. Honestly, I think I've done better than I expected. Well, I know I've done better than I expected because I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you, when I started. So I have way more videos than I ever thought I would have in less than 6 months. The one thing I wish was better was the amount of videos to subscriber rate, and I know that's related to content quality and editing and things of that nature. And recently, I don't know when I started doing this, I started understanding the hashtags a little bit better, so that's helped me a little bit. Like I said, I've got more to learn. There's quite a few things. I'd say hashtags have helped me. Being on some live streams, talking to people have helped me. Thumbnails for sure. That's another thing that's helped me a lot. But it's I don't know, if you find a good group of friends, YouTube friends, I guess it could help you, immensely. But I'm trying right now, and you can tell I'm probably down and out, but I just thought I'd announce I'm almost on 6 months. And I think some of the people I'm friends with don't realize it's only been 6 months, not even 6 months yet, but it's coming on 6 months. So a lot of the people I'm friends with have been doing this for a couple of years minimum. So they're way ahead of the game, and they're in better financial shape to be able to purchase certain things and what have you. So I've had to cut back on a lot of expenses. But anyway, so I just thought I'd welcome you to my almost 6 month anniversary of YouTube. See what happens, then once, so the 4th is Friday. So, if I can make it to December 4th, that'll be another milestone. And then if I can make it to January 4th, that'll be another milestone. So I'm not going to look at it in chunk increments, but I know probably for at least 90 days, it's probably going to remain much of the same. Like just having access to plug in the laptop is very difficult. You're either dealing with too much noise, you're hard to focus. I've gone to my mom's house a few times. She has dementia so bad she won't leave me alone. Or her phone, I kid you not, when I tell you this, like this is no BS, her phone rings between 100 to 200 times a day. It's crazy. I don't know who these people are that keep calling. It's like all these spammers, all this stuff, but it's even if I go and try and rest there for a couple hours or 4 hours, try and do that, it's impossible. It is literally impossible to get rest there. If I plug in the laptop and, then I'm I hate to use this term, but I just need to rest my brain. I'm getting badgered by my mom nonstop. She doesn't know any better because her brain is not functioning well. But I can't get peace of mind or rest anywhere I go, anything I do. So I'll feel, the only thing that makes me feel better, which I'm not going to have the opportunity to do today, or probably tomorrow as well, but I have to figure out a substitution plan, is take a shower. Shower makes me feel good for a little bit until I get back in the van where the air conditioning's not working, then I sweat again. In a few weeks, it's going to change. Hopefully it's going to start getting cooler, but we're November 1st. It's supposed to hit 92 degrees today is what I saw. So normally I wouldn't complain, if the air conditioning's working and if I, still had a residence to reside in, it'd be a lot different scenario. But so anyway, that's it. 6 months is coming up. So Friday's going to be 6 months. And if anybody wants to go back truly at the beginning, if you want to get a good laugh, crack open a beer, get a glass of wine. If you want to see some really poor videos, go to my first, I don't know how many were actually that bad. I know the first several were really bad. I didn't even, I just literally zoomed the camera in on the laptop, tried to mention a couple people here and there, and then gradually they got better. But I had a real bad time talking in the camera. I think I was thinking too much and not just reacting from my heart. And I feel like I've done better in those aspects. But that's it, folks. Peace out. Always know your legal limits. Be looking out for G Money.